very Irish sounding, like he belongs at Gilhooly's. Let's put your hands together for Counter 4!
Hey everybody! Okay, don't say anything, that's cool. Let's start off on a bad note, jeez guys. Thank you all for coming out. Thanks again to Fran. We literally couldn't do this without her. Yeah, fantastic. Thanks you guys for coming out though, for real. I can see that you guys are all visibly homeowners. So I know it's a lot to get out here. Do appreciate it, we like it. Fun facts about me, I vape. In case you couldn't tell by everything about me. Yeah, and it's taken over my personality too. I used to wear suits, now look at me. Like, no, I vape, but it makes you think, and it made me decide that if we as a society all got together and just collectively decide to call them vapists, nobody's gonna vape anymore. Nobody's gonna self-identify as a vapist. So fun stuff, fun stuff. Other things I think about is comedy stuff. You guys know Jeff Foxworthy? His, yeah, everybody knows the bit, you might be a redneck. If you don't know the bit, that was it. I just, if you live in a trailer, you might be a redneck, is the whole bit. I decided to update it. You might be a serial killer. Thank God you guys laughed. At this point in the bit, I'd like to say I'm not a serial killer, but if you do tie people to chairs and then don't have sex with them, you might be a serial killer. Also, if you do have sex with them, you still might be a serial killer. There's really 100% swing on that one. If you ever blast classical music, you might be a serial killer. Like, for sure. I saw my mom doing that in a car. Scariest thing I've ever seen. I've seen my mom mad. That's horrifying. Now, extra. Other things, in case you couldn't tell, I do yoga. Yeah, that's about what that deserves. But I did an extra special thing when it came to yoga. I decided it would be a good idea to answer a Craigslist ad for yoga. Don't do that. If you guys haven't heard, Craigslist is exclusively murders. So yeah, it was weird. Like if Craigslist had a Yelp, it would be 1 star and the first comment would just be, I got murdered. I wish I could give this 0 stars. How am I writing this review? No, but we went to this yoga, me and my girlfriend, and we show up, and it's just some dude's apartment. Like he had just got hardwood floors, so he's like, you know what? That's exactly what makes a yoga studio. I got this on lock. So we show up, and we just walk into this dude's living room, and he introduces himself as an ex-clown. Like he used to be a clown, which is somehow worse than still being a clown? Like it implies he had to do something so bad he can never be a clown again. Like most people's backup plans go like, okay, if this doesn't work out, I'll have to be a stripper. And if that doesn't work out, I guess I'll be a hooker. And if hooking isn't catching on, I guess I gotta be a clown. And this guy can never go back to that? And he was teaching me yoga. So we were doing like this, I like to call it the mayonnaise style of yoga, because it's extra white. It's partner yoga, where one person gets down on the ground and lifts the other person up in the air with their legs, and me and my girlfriend are doing this, and I'm holding her up in the air, and she's like doing all these tricks and stuff like this. And the whole time I'm doing it, I'm just picking her up in the air because it made me feel like a man. And I was at a yoga class, so I feel like I deserve 1 W for the day, you know? So I was lifting her up in the air, and eventually the yoga instructor comes over, and he's like, "Hey, bud, see you haven't been lifted in the air by another man today. Let's change that." And I was immediately like, "No, dude, I don't consent." But he was a retired clown, so he doesn't know anything about consent. That was just for me, guys. So I'm being held by another man. I'm on the position that can only be described as top. You know? Like, I'm up in the air. Yeah, this doesn't scream top, does it? But I'm being held, and I'm looking down, and I'm trying to keep my balance, and I immediately realize that the only way I can keep my balance is if I stare this guy dead in the freaking eyes. Like, right into his soul. Because with yoga, you have to have like a focal point. You have to focus on something so you can hold yourself up, otherwise you're gonna fall over. And for me, it happened to be right in that ex-clown's eyes. They say your eyes are the window to your soul. That man didn't have a soul. Like, you know when they close up on Game of Thrones on the character's eyes and you can see fire in the back of their eyes and everybody they murdered? That times 10. Like, jeez. Like, every time I close my eyes, I see his eyes. Yeah, I'm still doing eye bits. That was the last one. But the whole time I'm just staring at the dude, staring him right in the eyes, and the whole time I'm just thinking, you know what? At least he's not wearing the makeup. Because this could be a lot worse. And the other day I did that joke in front of a clown. Like, not just me and the clown in a room. Like, I was halfway through the joke and I looked over and I'm like, those are some pretty big shoes. Oh no. Yeah, and then, like, I did my set and then she went up and she killed. Not like me, like she did really well. Like she did inordinately well for me shitting on clowns for 5 minutes, you know? So it was a good experience. Other things in my life, I called into a Lens Crafters the other day. Just me? Okay. No, I called a Lens Crafters and I got this emergency message that said, if this is an emergency, please hang up and call 911. At a Lens Crafters? They must think they're hot shit. Like, I don't think they need that. Like, or was it like a problem? Like, every time a guy gets his dick caught in a wood chipper, they call me. We gotta have like an automated system or something. No, but I don't think they need that, but I do think if you call into a McDonald's, it should reroute you to the suicide hotline. Just think about the people who are calling into McDonald's. It's just two types of people. It's schizophrenics looking for a reservation, and it's somebody who's down enough on their luck that they need a refund on a 99-cent hamburger. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's not a good place. They need to talk to somebody. Like, just imagine that phone call, like calling. Yeah, I'm gonna need a refund. About $1.07 after taxes. Look, man, I'm not gonna make my mom's rent if I don't do this. Yeah, everything else is okay. Why do you ask? Well, my dad left and my mom's taking it pretty... Why am I talking to you about this? Like, these are the things I think about. That's my life. I'm gonna do a couple of one-liners and I'll get out of you guys' hair. First of all, you guys have been an amazing one-liner. What? There was the one time heckling was okay. Anyways, words. Dominos just released a new slogan, and it's the pizza delivery experts, which I love because they're not saying they'll make a good pizza, but they're saying they'll get it there pretty fucking quick. That's Dominos. Everything takes longer in church, especially church. Oh, come on, you guys are Catholic. Every one of you, I know. I can sing it. They make fast food for cats now. It's called Birds. That's a real departure from my whole set. That's not not me. It's for the younger crowd. Last one, you guys have been a phenomenal audience. If you like what you saw here, by the way, check out the Connor Ford Show on Facebook. That's where I post all my stuff. But I decided that it's time, I'm 23, it's time for me to adopt a kid. It's the age, you know? But I decided I'm not gonna just adopt some kid, I'm gonna adopt a kid with a disability, because it's the right thing to do. I'm gonna adopt a kid with one arm. And you don't have a lot of problems with a kid with one arm, because like, what's he gonna do, heroin?